Good morning, Deeva Nation, WRJRENs. You know who it is. And got one for you once again because it's going to be a continuation of yesterday. If you didn't see the video from yesterday, a young lady out in Ohio has been with her man for 9 years, and everything seems to be going well. You know, they live together. She does all the things a wife does for her husband, yet there's been no proposal. And she wanted to know if, what I thought about her proposing to him. Hey, KK. So, I gave her my opinion, let her know it's about knowing your man. Me personally, I'm that traditionalist, but if you know your man like that, and do your thing. Well, I don't know if the boyfriend saw the video on his own or if he or she told him to watch it or whatever, but last night he wrote in. And I remember saying sometimes that men won't propose when they don't feel like they're stable financially, or there's some underlying factor that prevents them from proposing in that moment. And so he wrote in and he said, well, we have been together almost 10 years. I love her. She's my rib. I haven't proposed yet because I'm afraid she'll turn me down. Although I'm not sure why he's so afraid of that. And so, well, I wasn't at the time. So I dug a little deeper. Well, why do you think why are you afraid that she'll say no? He said, there are some things that have happened within their relationship. It's not a perfect relationship, but they've been through some things, and he's not sure she's ready to let all that go for them to be married. So I'm like, look, bro, tell what's up. There was some infidelity early in the relationship, and it's been almost 10 years, and she still doesn't seem to be over it, yet they're still together. They don't have kids together, but this act of infidelity produced a child. And so he doesn't know if he didn't know until watching the video if she was truly still willing to marry him, although she did stay with him for 7 or 8 years after this act of infidelity. So he's saying he's not sure how he would feel if she proposed. And, that made me start asking around. I asked 5 different guys, when you propose to your woman, whether they're still married, they're divorced, or they're engaged currently, I just wanted to know, what made you feel like you were ready to propose? And how would you have felt had she proposed to you? I think the answer I liked the best was the gentleman that said that they lived an hour apart and he was always at her house, eventually moved in, and upon moving in, he kind of knew before that, but once he moved in, he realized this woman is perfect for me. Their relationship isn't perfect, but she's perfect for me, and she meant everything to me. So that's why he married her. And then as far as if she had proposed, he said, he knows, it's 2017, people do what they do. However, he's old-fashioned, and he just felt like it was his job to propose. I agree with that. Another was, we were on the same page. I thought we were moving in the right direction. It just felt right at that time. But in hindsight, it changed who I became after the marriage ended. That one kind of made me sad. Hey, Jamisha. And I've heard that, because I know my divorce changed who I am. So that doesn't surprise me. Still, another said that he's not sure why he proposed. He was advised early in the relationship to exit stage left. And so in retrospect, He's not even sure why he proposed, and he's not sure how he would feel if he were proposed to. Now, one gentleman, hey Michelle, has been married for 35 years. And this gentleman and his wife married right out of high school. He just responded to me just before I came on, and I was so excited. And he said what made him propose was when he looked in her eyes and saw his future and could see nothing else. That made me cry. They got married in a time when people were saying, you know, people that young, they're never going to make it. It's been almost 35 years and they're still married, still in love, still acting like teenagers. And he said, as far as, hey, baby, her proposing to him, he never would have let that happen. Because he knew that the moment he looked into her eyes, and I'm talking like first or second date, all he could see was his future. So, no, he was not going to let her propose. That was never even an option. He had to have her from gate. And I think that's like the most beautiful thing ever. And then you get the one that felt pressured to get married. And his reasoning was he was living with his parents and his mother wanted him out of the house. So marrying her was his out. So I'm sitting here like, the answers. And as far as if she had proposed to him, he said he probably would have married her, but he would have felt a little emasculated. I never could say that word right. And I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, if you married a woman because your mama wanted you out of her house, you should have felt emasculated from jump. So we're not going to get into all that. But in talking to one of the gentlemen, we talked about the gender roles. You know, say I propose to Doug. That ain't going to happen. Let me just put that out there right now. I propose to him. He accepts. Now he's wearing a ring. Where do the gender role? I mean, do we stick with the same things? You know, now is his family paying for the wedding or is my family paying for the wedding? Am I the bride or am I now the groom? Does it change the gender roles when you do that switcheroo stuff? Because I feel like this, if you mess with tradition, you kind of get what you get. So, hopefully these two will sit down and really talk this out, because it sounds like they want the same thing, but out of fear, he hasn't asked her yet. And if she hasn't let go of all of that from then, it's probably not going to happen. And I just hope that she doesn't take it out on the child. I didn't get that impression because enclosed in his email was a picture of them as a little family. So I'm not getting the impression that she has a problem with the child, other than the fact that she has a problem with how the child got here. So hopefully they will work through this. Keep me posted, because I really want to know now. I was surprised to get the email from him last night. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, okay. But for you ladies out there contemplating proposing to your men, think about those gender roles. Think about tradition. Think about how your man would feel. The one that said he felt emasculated, that's the first thing that went through my mind when this question was sent to me, was, if I proposed to him, would he feel like less of a man? It's just, you know, sometimes people aren't ready at the same time. Like one of the gentlemen, he had proposed several times and she said no. And what I admire is the fact that he stayed in the relationship, even though she said no, she didn't want to get married. And when she finally did say yes, you know, they got married, of course. So, not a lot of guys will do that. When the girl says no, as far as they're concerned, that's the end of the relationship too. And Dimitri is saying, I would never ever propose. I'll just be single if that is what it takes. Laughing out loud. I don't want to be single the rest of my life, but that's a traditional event that I'm not willing to monkey with. I'm just not willing to do that. I'm not knocking anybody that is, just like the gentleman that said, in this day and age, it's 2017, to each his own. If that's what you want to do, that's your business. But for me, I'm a traditionalist. I had to be the one to propose. And Karen's saying, right, I agree to that. Not messing with tradition. I'm not blurring those lines. And a lot of people do that. I do know personally one woman that proposed to her man. They are planning a wedding. But at the same time, she's acting more like the groom. She's just, it's just weird. Somebody else is planning the wedding. She's really taking no active role in it. But it's just really weird. So, no, not doing that. So, if you want to do it, that's your business. I just can't do it. Now, and Dimitri is saying, now, I didn't say that I didn't get my hoochie coochie on from time to time. Nobody asked you about that. Oh, say I wouldn't get my, okay, excuse her. She said wouldn't, not didn't. I don't know. I think if you're with a marriage phobic person, you got one of two choices: either leave the relationship or resign yourself to your current state. And if you can't do that, you're going to have to leave the relationship. But me, no, I ain't going to propose. I'm not a man. I don't want that role. I ain't doing it. And yeah, that's a big part of it for me, is tradition and not wanting to emasculate anybody. I was saying yesterday that my only marriage happened because I gave him an ultimatum. Don't do that either. Right. Demetrius saying be in it or out of it. Yep. Choice is yours. So that's it for me today. Oh, thank you. I'm going to roll out. Remember, we still have a contest going on. It's Love Unlimited month here at WRJR. So send in those letters and videos and get ready to win. You can be able to call in to win tonight on Love Unlimited Live. I'll be back tonight and tomorrow night, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. out east, 8 till 11 out west. And then for the old school cool down on Sunday from 5 to 8 p.m. out east, 2 to 5 out west. Love you, KK. Also, I want to congratulate our grand prize winners. Your prize should arrive today, according to tracking. Karen is one of the winners. Her and her man, Lindsay, won the grand prize. So there's still a second place prize out there. That's pretty nice. So get those letters and things in. Where can we find the videos? I posted their video on the WRJR's Ms. Deeva page because they actually posted the video to my wall. And I reposted it there. Hey, Al, good morning. So it's now on the WRJR's Ms. Deeva Phoenix page. So you can see it there. And yeah, send them in. Send letters. Send videos. Hey, Trevor. So send them in. You are very welcome, Karen. Thank you guys for your video submission. It was so cute. She was so nervous. But I have never seen two more connected people in my life. This man loves her to life and vice versa. And you could see it. You could see it in the nervousness. You could see it when they looked at each other. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So thanks again for your submission. And again, we have a second place prize out there as well. So get those videos in so we can, look at them and vote and stuff. And then call in to win, of course. And also, hey, Mr. Rated L is coming back. He'll be back on the 21st from 7 to 8 p.m. out east, which is 4 to 5 p.m. out west with the Rated L show. No holds barred talk. And he is darn good at what he does. And he's doing it live now, so you guys will be able to call in and talk to him while he's on the air. And Dimitri is saying, good luck, everyone. And again, with these videos, if you two aren't in the same place geographically, hey, Trevor, Do a separate video, put them together, send them in, or you can write a letter and send me pictures. If you can shoot a video, it doesn't have to be long. I think Karen and Lindsay's video was maybe a minute or two long. It doesn't have to be long. Just tell us about you, why you chose this person, what this person means to you. Something funny that happened in your relationship, anything like that, just send them in. So I'm gonna go. Trevor, you need to send in a video if you're still watching. And feel free to share this with your friends. You know, I want to give away this other prize. Also, follow me on Twitter, WRJR's Ms. Deeva on Twitter, and I promise I'll follow back. I'm having fun on there. And we also have a YouTube page. We're WRJR Real Jams Radio on YouTube. So these videos will eventually find their way there. So again, I'm going to go. I'll see you guys tonight on Love Unlimited Live, where you will have a chance to call in and win. Be blessed. Bye-bye.